What's up, everyone? EJ here, and today we're going to talk about the question that I get a lot from my friends, especially the novice people who are just starting to work out or maybe coming back from like a long hiatus and want to get back into it. And that is, do you need supplements? And again, I'm sure a lot of you guys get this question, or gals get this question from your friends. And if you're not the one getting these questions, you're probably the one asking. And if you're neither, well, maybe this video isn't for you. But anyways, to answer the simple question, do you need supplements? Simple answer is no. You don't need supplements. Now, are supplements helpful? Yeah, they can be. But the problem a lot of people have, a lot of the problem that a lot of my friends have is they depend on supplements, right? They think that without supplements, they won't get to their goal. Like I have friends who tell me, "Oh, without pre-workout, I can't work out. I'm too tired, or I don't get a good pump." Or they say, "Oh, without protein powder, I won't get big." In my head, I'm always like, "Okay, yeah. I mean, if that's what makes you feel good, believe that, right?" And or I even have friends, or maybe you have friends. I'm sure there's people out there like this who take all the supplements in the world, don't see any results, and they kind of quit. Like, "Oh, I tried everything. I'm not getting any results. I'm not losing any fat." But if you ask them, "Okay, well, how's your diet? How's your workouts? Are you recovering? Are you doing? Are you working out smart? Are you working out hard?" They'll be like, "No." Like, "Oh, well, how's your leg day?" "Oh, I just go on the stairmaster for 5 minutes. I'll do some leg extensions for 3 sets of 5 at 30 pounds, and then I'll do the leg press with no weight on it, and then I'll go to McDonald's after." I'm just like, well, you know, and then that kind of explains why their progress is just kind of like this instead of like this, even though they're taking the most expensive protein powders and the most expensive creatines and the most expensive pre-workouts. So again, depending on supplements is a bad thing to do. Now, again, can they be helpful? Yeah, they can, right? If you're a college student and you're a high school student, maybe you don't have time to eat, like a protein powder could be helpful, right? Maybe you're not getting enough. Again, you're not eating enough. Maybe you could use some aminos. Maybe you did work a long shift at work. Maybe you work construction. Maybe you work in landscaping. Whatever the case may be. Maybe you're a student athlete. And you guys already trained. You had practice for sport. You had strength and conditioning practice. Um, Maybe you're just gassed. Maybe you do need a little bit of pre-workout, right? There is a time and place for supplements. Again, and I'm gonna keep repeating it, depending on supplements is the problem. And people are gonna say, "Okay, well, when should I use supplements?" I mean, in an honest answer, you can use supplements whenever you want. You do whatever the hell you want. I'm not one to tell you any different. But it says it in the name. Supplements are there to supplement what you are already doing. It's that little extra boost. It's that little extra, sugar on the cake of everything else you've done right. It's worth nothing, you know, drinking the most expensive protein powder, but your diet is like shit, right? And I always tell people, when they ask me these questions, like, "Oh, what protein powders should I take? What supplements, would you recommend?" I tell them, look, focus on everything else. Focus on your diet, focus on your training. Make sure you have that close to perfect. Of course, it's never going to be perfect, but have that close to perfect, and then worry about supplements. Because if you're not doing all this other stuff right, then everything, all the supplement stuff is worth nothing. You're not going to get anything from it, you know. And to me, that's the most important thing. And hopefully, that is the most important thing to you guys. So, but again, at the end of the day, take it how you want. Believe me, don't believe me. Hate my advice, don't hate my advice. I'm not one to tell you any different. If you want to spend $1,000 on supplements, go right ahead. But that's just kind of the way I think of it, and hopefully that's a little helpful. So hopefully you guys found that video a little entertaining, a little helpful again. Thank you guys for tuning in. like, subscribe, and see you guys till next time.